and welcome back to episode 4 of Truth Be Told. We're actually getting through this fairly quick, we only started this at the start of the week, but obviously really good Fatal 4-way win in the last video, but I think it is about time that we do start a rivalry, and I honestly have no idea who to start with. I'm looking now at the US champion Jimmy Uso. That's the title that we are eventually going to be going for. But I think we need to start a feud with a heel that would also maybe be going for that title. Maybe an Andrade, maybe a Santos, maybe a Shinsuke. Shinsuke might be fun. Um, let's go with the Miz. Miz is a good, solid mid card heel that we could have a good feud against. So let's stick with that for the minute and let's get into our first game and see how we get on. So we are starting off this we're starting off this episode very strong. Obviously, these two are a former tag team, the Awesome Truth. Uh, I'm kind of looking forward to just not finishing this feud, but just kind of progressing and getting further into this save, because I would like to be fighting for titles somewhere down the line and maybe seeing. But like, I think we're currently at a 76 rating. I think maybe once we get to an 85. Maybe then we'll start fighting for the mid-card title, and then maybe when we get to a 90 or 95, maybe then we'll start challenging for the world title. Obviously, if we get a chance at a Money in the Bank, or we get a chance at a Royal Rumble first, that'd be ideal, because that way we can jump the queue. But we'll see how we get on. Like, I would like to have a shot at the Money in the Bank match. I know obviously it's a big task playing as R-Truth, but it might be fun to see. And like, I think winning a Money in the Bank and winning a Royal Rumble, that, like, they could be on the kind of the list of achievements that we need to do. Not to complete this, because it's not really a challenge, it's more just playing for fun. But maybe we could set a few goals along the way to try to just switch it up a little bit rather than just playing aimlessly, because that's sort of what I'm doing at the minute. Obviously, I'm having good fun with it, but maybe adding some extra challenges, and that's definitely what I'm going to be doing in later challenges. I am going to be bringing out an AEW Universe mode soon. Maybe I might start working on that next week, and then maybe I'll do one day on the AEW universe and another day on the R-Truth universe, and we'll see then, because I do want to start branching off into my different content soon. I'm wanting to go back and start doing some Daggerheart stuff. Daggerheart has been out for about 2 months now. Like, I don't want to get too much into it here, because I don't know how much of the audience that watches my I don't know how much of the audience that watches my WWE 2K videos would be interested in TTRPG, but for me it's something that, like, I am wanting to do more of on the channel. We're actually doing very well here against The Miz. I think The Miz is a very solid opponent to start this with, because he's a former world champion. He's after holding multiple mid-card titles, multiple tag titles, and I think that it'd just be a great way to start. We got the cover now anyway. Hopefully we can get the pinfall here. Oh, kick out by The Miz. We'll try hit our finish here and try go home with it. Oh, he reverses. We're going longer. Well, that is not ideal. Yeah, I don't know how many episodes I'm going to do with this. Like, I'm not planning on stopping anytime soon. Like I said, there is still a lot that I want to get done. I want to win a world title. I want to win a mid-card title. Maybe somewhere down the line we might team up with The Miz. Maybe we might turn heel somewhere down the line. I think that would be a fun idea of a heel or Truth World Championship run. And like one thing that like I was even thinking in work today of other things that might try to make this a little bit better, and maybe we might get a manager somewhere down the line. Maybe we could become a Paul Heyman guy, and I'll edit the gear and stuff like that, and we can try maybe set up a little bit of a faction or something like that. Uh, we'll see what happens, you know. Um, I'm not gonna just come up with like a lot of plans and write out scripts. Like I'm just gonna do what I usually do, which is come home from work and play video games. I'm not in any I'm not structuring this. I don't really mind. Otherwise, like you know, I'm not fussy. Oh my god, he just knows all it. He's on a finish, so we just need to make sure we don't get hit with that skull crushing finale because that would not be great. Well, we have a finish now too, so hopefully signature first. I probably could just pin him now, but just to be sure, yep. Yep, great victory there now. Can't can't be disappointed with that, but we are getting a cutscene by the look of it. Oh. See, this is what I think is very unrealistic about 2K. Even though I'm the babyface and the Miz is the heel, you know, you have these kind of actions after matches, which, like, I wouldn't mind because, like, they do drive stories forward, but I just think they're very, like, the psychology is really lacking. But that's our first match out of the way. Let's get on with our second match. This is another thing about the universe modes that I'm not a very big fan of, is just how repetitive the matches get. I just literally skipped into the next week and we have the Miz again. We'll play it because, you know, it's how it's how you play the game, you know, it's how the stories are set up. But let's get into it and see how we get on. So we have the Miz here for second time in 2 matches. Um, yeah, like I'm happy with how things are going at the minute. Also, we went up a rating, so we are now 77, which is good. Like we're getting, like the momentum is really carrying us up at the minute. I think our truth starts at a 71, which is kind of atrocious, but like I'm happy to try build them up to become a world champion. Like I know, like it's not going to be as easy as starting with someone like an AJ Styles or starting someone like a Randy Orton, but like I'm like the reason why I picked R-Truth isn't just because like everybody knows about like recently, you know, he was fired and then he was brought back because there was a lot of backlash over it, and obviously there was a whole movement with hashtags and stuff online. To be honest, I don't really use social media that much, so I wasn't really paying much attention to it. But like obviously you hear about all this kind of stuff through, you know, videos and stuff like that you watch on YouTube. But yeah, like R-Truth came back then, and obviously he came back on pay per view, and obviously got in the way of John Cena. So he had the match with Cena, where I think Cena might have got disqualified on purpose or something like that, or he might have walked out, or it was something like that. But you know, Truth has been kind of back in the limelight. I think he's only after getting a win against Aleister Black recently. So like, I'm wanting to try to like, because I know like this isn't going to happen in real life where R-Truth is going to win 7 or 8 in a row and go into feuds against this person and win this many titles and that many titles, because I know like R-Truth is 51 or 52 years of age now. Maybe he will get, you know, maybe the next year might be great for him, but I don't see him getting like a big massive push, like, because R-Truth is R-Truth. He's already made. He's already a star. He doesn't really need a push. Not a star is like a main event level star, but in terms of how long he's been in the WWE, he has a name. Like his name is known by, you know, this generation of wrestling fans, and like my generation of wrestling fans that maybe started watching maybe 10, 15 years ago, and then You know, there's people even before that who'd know R-Truth from, because like R-Truth's been around what, like 30 years now. So he has been the NWA heavyweight champion. He won that in TNA. I actually think he beat AJ Styles for it. But like I'd really like to see him win a WWE championship, and I know that's going to be something that with how especially Triple H books, it's going to be extremely hard because I know Triple H likes kind of more important title reigns. The only like main event kind of title reign that I can think of as of recent that wasn't I would like a long kind of term thing was Damian Priest. Like obviously, you know, you can kind of look at Cena and then Cody before that, and even if you want to look at the other side of it, the likes of your Roman Reigns, and like I'm sure Gunter's going to get a good run. Or no, Gunter actually got beat to Uso at WrestleMania, but I feel like a lot of like the main event feuds are like, you know, they're made to feel more important now, and like the title changes are made to feel more important. Um, yeah, like this has been a fairly we have been fairly dominant, but at the same time we haven't been 100% dominant. He has caused us some trouble in this match, not as much as the last match with, especially like when you reverse the finisher and stuff, and I just threw him into the exposed turnbuckle. I didn't even realise that was gone. Oh, Enziguri. Alright, I'm not gonna pin him because the referee's putting the turnbuckle back on. I am gonna hit my finish now though, and hopefully the referee sees this. Yes, he does. And it's another victory. So that's 2 for 2 today, and we're actually on a fairly decent run at the minute. Uh, like I'm happy with how it's going. I'm definitely going to be playing more of this down the line. Tomorrow's Friday, so I don't know if I'll be around and going off with my girlfriend, but definitely over the weekend I will be recording a lot more. I might record a good few episodes on the weekend so I don't have to record when I come home from work next week. Uh, but yeah, no, let's just go onto the main menu for a minute because I'm just wanting to see what rating we're at now. 78. So yeah, we are going up slowly but surely. We're after winning 6 on the bounce now, so everything's looking good. You know, it's I'm just looking forward to seeing what happens down the line. Like I'm really happy with how consistent I've been so far. I wasn't expecting it to go this way. But thanks for watching, and yeah, definitely tune in. Probably Saturday might be the next video. I might surprise everyone and post tomorrow when because it is going to be late and I'm getting home tomorrow evening. But I might surprise everyone and post. I'm not too sure, but if not, it'll definitely be Saturday. Probably Saturday morning. So thanks for watching, and yeah, tune in for the next one.